Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. If you haven't done so yet, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. Leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. We appreciate y'all as we continue to grow Combat Corner, as we've done a lot of fighter interviews in the BKFC. Looking forward to doing some fighter interviews with UFC fighters as well. But we greatly appreciate y'all continued support of the channel. I got the hockey game in the background. It's intermission one with Florida and Toronto, so don't mind me. I apologize for the background video, but let's talk about UFC 315, which takes place tomorrow at the Bell Center in Montreal, Canada. And we have a main event that features the champion at the welterweight division, Belal. Remember the name, Mohammed and Jack Della Maddalena, fighting for the belt. Mohammed's looking to defend his title against Della Maddalena. And, you know, the UFC has seemingly never been much of a fan of Belal Muhammad, but, the guy's done nothing but win and win and win and win and win. And he has earned everything he's got. So I salute Bilal Muhammad because he keeps winning. And it doesn't matter who. He's beating the likes of Leon Edwards, Gilbert Burns, Sean Brady, Vincente Luque, Stephen Thompson, Damian Maya. I mean, you go down the list. Um, Diego, this is Diego Lima. So Lyman Good. So he's beaten a lot of big time fighters. And up next for him is Jack Della Maddalena, who is coming off of a big win over Gilbert Burns. I was actually at that fight last year in Miami when it happened. Burns was winning that fight, and Della Maddalena has not fought since then. It's been a year and 2 months since Jack Della Maddalena has gotten in the octagon. So could there be a thing of ring rust for him? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But let's talk about this card overall. You've got, I think it's 12 fights on the card. Let me share this with y'all. Like this. So let's start from the bottom. You got here 1, 2, 3 on the early prelims. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the prelims, and you have 5. So you got 12 fights on the card. It's a nice card, man. Overall, a lot of name fighters, a lot of big fights, fights that have meaning. I mean, you have 2 championship fights on this card. The co-main event is Valentina Shevchenko against Manon Fiorot. Um, I mean, Fiorot is the actual betting favorite in this fight. Imagine that. Imagine that Valentina Shevchenko, fresh off of a dominating win in recapturing the women's flyweight championship when she beat Alexa Grasso, and having her be an underdog in this fight. If you look at Manon Fiorot, she's 12-1, and she's coming off of a win over Aaron Blanchfield. Before that, she beat Rose Namajunas. And in the UFC, she's what, three? I want to say, what is it? Two, four, she's 7-0 in the UFC. So she has a number of nice wins. Myra Bueno Silva. Um, yeah, so this is a big fight, obviously, for the championship. I'm surprised she's the favorite. I gotta be real, but this is gonna be one hell of a fight, and it's hard for me to bet against Valentina and for me to pick anyone but Valentina in this fight. But hey, man, there's a kink. There was a kink in the armor, and when Grasso beat her, so let's see what happens. But let's go starting from the bottom here. Early prelims: Brad Katona, Beksat Almakan. It's a good fight. You move into Daniel Santos, I'm not even trying. Zhang Lee. And you got Mark Andre Barrial against Bruno Silva. I mean, these are nice fights, man, to have to start this card. These are some nice fights. There's not really a bunch of no names that you've never heard of. It's definitely something that's going to get the crowd popping early on. Then you go into the prelims: Navajo Sterling versus Ivan Urslan, Modestas Bukauskas versus Ian Kutelaba. Ian Kutelaba always comes out like a crazy man out of hell. And then you got Jessica Andrade versus Jasmine Jazu Daf. Some of these names. Jazu Davicious. How many people you have from Canada on this card? You got one, two, three. And you got Mike Malone versus Charles Radke. This was a nasty back and forth with Charles Radke. I mean, he's had plenty to say. This is definitely going to be some bad blood type of fight. He has had plenty to say about Canada and, doesn't seem to care too much for Canada. But it's been funny to listen to what he's had to say. And obviously, Malone's from Canada a lot. Then you move into the main card, Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit Saint Denis, can this man regain some form that he had? He's 13-3. He's lost his last two fights against Dustin Poirier and Renato Moicano. Can he get back that flair and that power and that, and everything he does and show us who he is again? We shall see. He's fighting against Kyle Polek, who's from Canada. Then you move in. I mean, he's a pretty sizable favorite. If he lost, it would be nothing short of catastrophic, I would say, for his career. And then you move into the next fight. This is a huge fight between Alexa Grasso and Natalia Silva. Silva's 6-0, I think, or 7-0 in the UFC. Let me confirm one. She just beat Jessica Andrade. She has a win over Vivian Araujo. I'm not even trying. Araujo. Let me see here. That's 3, 4, 5. Yeah, she's 6-0 in the UFC overall, 18-5 in her career. This is a huge, huge fight for the winner. I think the winner of this fight probably ends up looking at a title shot. So if Grasso can get a W and get back in the win column, she could put herself back in position to fight for the title. But this is going to be a great fight between these two. And then you move into Jose Aldo and Ayman Zahabi. Tell you what. Remember when Jose Aldo retired? Yeah, I do too. And how long did that last? At times you wonder why these guys retire if they're not ready to retire. It's almost like who's telling them to retire. But Aldo is once again in the cage, taking on Zahabi out of Canada. Aldo is the favorite. I mean, let's look at Aldo. He's 32-9 overall. He won his last fight over Batista, beat Martinez before that. Then he lost to. Think about it. His last loss was to Merab. His last loss was to Merab. He beat Rob Font, Pedro Munoz, Chito Vera. He lost to Peter Yan. Maurice got the win over him, I believe, if I recall correctly. I don't know why it doesn't show it there. And he lost to Volk. I mean, you look at the guys he lost to, it's like he's lost to the best of the best. So he's not taking cheap L's. That said, can he continue? I mean, how old is Jose Aldo right now at this point? He's got to be getting up there in age. He's 38 years old, 39 in September. So he is definitely getting up there in age. So we shall see what happens with this fight. I mean, got to respect this man. This man is a great fighter, a great former champion. But yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, knowing him, he's probably going to get the job done and get the W. And then be putting himself in a position to fight Merab for the title again. That's a possibility. And then you go into that co-main event, Valentina and Ferro. Expect another great fight. And then you have Belal and Jack Della Maddalena. I tell you what, Belal Muhammad is the most disrespected fighter in the UFC, in my opinion. Gets a ton of shit, gets criticized, gets poked fun at, told he's boring, all kinds of different things. But man, I've never seen Belal Muhammad back down. You can say that he's boring. You can say that he doesn't hit really hard, but somehow he manages to win and win and win and win and win. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about getting the W. Who cares if you look great losing? Who cares? I mean, there are people that will say, and I don't think he fights poorly. I mean, he dominated Leon Edwards, folks. Like, let's remember that. This was dominant when he beat Leon Edwards. When he beat Gilbert Burns, it was dominant. It wasn't like it was even a close fight. This guy stopped Sean Brady. Stopped him. That's Sean Brady's only loss. Like, think about this shit for a second. Sean Brady just beat the tar out of Leon Edwards after beating Gilbert Burns, after beating Calvin Gastelum. That's when you got to go back to the loss against Belal Muhammad. He beat Michael Chiesa. I mean, my goodness, Jake Matthews. Like, the dude wins. The dude wins, and that is a like, think about how big of a win that is now for Belal Muhammad. Not just the win, but he stopped him. Y'all say he's boring, man. He stopped Sean Brady. He beat Luque, who hits like thunder. He beats Wonder Boy because Wonder Boy can't wrestle. Like, the man's finding ways to win. That's what it's about. Find a way to get that W. I mean, if you look at when the heck was his last loss, you got to go way back for this. Jeff Neal, 2019. That's the last loss that Belal Muhammad has. Since then, he's 1, 2, 3, 4. That was no contest. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's 10-0-1 over the last 11 fights. Man wins. It's that simple. If you don't like it, beat him. Beat him if you don't like it. I mean, that's just keeping it real. And I expect him to win. I do, because this man just wins. He finds a way. And if you ask me my opinion on who's going to win these fights, I got Muhammad. I got Shevchenko. I got Aldo. I got Silva winning this fight. I got Saint Denis. I'll tell you, I'm going to take the American here, Radke. I'll take Andrade. I'll take Kutalaba. I will take Sterling. Let's see here. I'll take Bruno Silva. I'm going to take Daniel Santos and Brad Katona. Those are my picks. Let's see what happens. Don't use them to bet because I suck at betting. But anyhow, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. What do you think of this card? I think this is a really good card, honestly. I know it's only got 12 fights on it. You'd like to see 15. You know, I think you should always have 15 for a pay-per-view. They should find a way to get 15 fights on a pay-per-view card every time. You're paying premium dollars to watch these fights. I don't know what ticket prices are going for or went for at the Bell Center. I know there were lots of tickets available. That I know for sure. Let me see if I can tell you real quick. I don't even know where they sell tickets after this event, to be honest. Buy tickets. The fact that you can buy tickets. Tell you, this is an example of the lack of promotion that the UFC has been doing. It's a little disappointing, to be quite frank. Well, this is in French, no less. I don't know what 570 Canadian is, but that's what it's looking like on the bottom level, 570. Tell you what, these tickets, what is 417 Canadian dollars? Canadian to US. Jesus Christ, these tickets are so much cheaper than the tickets that they had in Miami. God damn, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. Miami must be charging up the ass for the building because these tickets are going for $300 in the lower level. There's a lot of tickets available for this fight card. A lot. And I think this is actually a really good fight card. I do think this is a really good fight card. What's 570? Holy crap, man. 400, bro. The $400 ticket right now in this building was going for $1,500 at the Kaseya Center in Miami in last month. That's just insane. That's insane. Was it last? Yeah, it was last month. Yeah. Insane, ridiculous amounts of money that they were charging down here, and yet they still can't fill this place. So that's a damn shame, honestly. That's a damn shame because this is a good fight card, and you know how I am. I'm very honest about my opinion of the card, and I think these are quality fights. You don't have a bunch of no names on here. That's the biggest thing when I talk about pay-per-view fight cards. Pay-per-view fight cards, premium level event fight cards should be stacked. They should have good fighters that you know about. You're not building up prospects in these types of cards. Like, if there's not a number next to your name, you shouldn't be on this card. Now, I know in this case there is a guy on the main card who is, he's Canadian though, and there's a lot of numbers by names in this card. 9 out of 10 fighters are ranked fighters in the main card. You're paying for that. Like, that's something that you should be. You expect a certain level of product when you're a fan. And it's a video that I saw that Guru, MMA Guru did where he kept it real, man. Pricing is out of control with these cards. So the fact that this fight card is so much lower in price and still they haven't sold it out, it tells you that some people are being turned off by this shit. It really does. Like you can lie to yourself and lie to yourself and lie to yourself. But there's a lot of seats. I'm just looking at this. There's a lot of seats left in the lower bowl. Not much available in the upper bowl. Not much, but lower bowl, there's plenty of tickets available. That said, be sure to check this thing out. UFC 315, 10 p.m. tomorrow night. When does it start? It starts at 6:30. So the early prelims are at 6:30 on UFC Fight Pass. Main prelims, the regular prelims are at 8 o'clock on ESPN, ESPN Plus. Main card starts at 10. ESPN Plus, pay-per-view. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Love to hear what you think. Like, subscribe, and follow. Hit the bell. This is Combat Corner. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.
Up and down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. Up and down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet. I'm going all in.